Yeah, that was weird. I got a spinning wheel for a while, and it wouldn't die and say resume, and it wouldn't kick back into live. So who knows if that last bit was actually recording. It's this little spinning wheel with a solid picture. So it's mixed messages. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyway, I was walking through all the art stuff behind these buildings here, or in front of these buildings, looking at some of the trees. Some of that probably got cut off. Talking about the different oaks on campus. Quercus agrifolia, Quercus, looked like Quercus suber, but it probably wasn't. It was probably another one that's similar to Quercus suber, where they get the corks from, for cork, called a cork oak. They actually pull the cork plugs out of there for bottling wine and stuff. You get these are little security access roads here. So I believe this one I think you can drive your car on, but this is as far as you get. And it's funny because the security guys have the little remote control. It makes the little magic red pylons drop into the ground and then come back up. So the little glowing red and white pylons, sometimes there are two or three in a row, but usually this one just has one. They can make that drop and they can drive through and then put it back up so nobody can come through. It's kind of clever. And they have these, they split into lanes with a little divider. And this is meant for small vehicles. Small service vehicles, bicycles, scooters, e-bikes, stuff like that. So they have a roundabout for small devices. And this one's, I'm not sure how busy this one gets. Oh, here comes somebody on their bike right now. You can actually see them go through the roundabout. This one isn't the crazy one. There's one called the Roundabout of Death on campus, where an actual normal bike. You don't see those on campus much. They're almost all e-bikes, scooters, and other stuff. No one's getting any exercise anymore, but that guy is. That's good for him. Anyway, so the Roundabout of Death supposedly at the peak of the day has like 60 or so people coming in at once at high speed and crashing and piling up and causing traffic jams and people getting hurt and stuff. They're totally nuts here. It's like there's supposed to be a lot of brain power on campus. But the way they act on these little roads and the way they act on the main roundabouts where the cars are and just come in out of nowhere and act like you can see them when you can't all the time because you're trying to watch all the angles at once. And they don't realize your car can be over 2,000 pounds and you cannot stop on a dime. So some people have been killed at roundabouts here with the stupid students just in too much of a hurry to their date with destiny to end up splattered on the ground. Kind of nuts around here. Oh, here comes the skateboard guys coming back. He was carrying a package earlier when the stream glitched, so he dropped off some package. Maybe it's his final project because this is finals week. Next week is spring break. There's going to be very little activity on campus supposedly. This is one of the oaks I was showing earlier. It's Quercus agrifolia. This is a pretty stout one. Been around for quite a while. It's probably 50, 60 years old maybe. Not super old. There are other ones on campus and all around the area in nature that are a couple hundred years old. Very big, sprawling, amazing monstrosities. But that's a fairly young one, even though it looks pretty big. So you've seen some vehicles, you've seen the roundabout, you've seen the little magic pylon with the remote control. Got to see some artwork. There's a lovely rusty fire hydrant there. Another shot of the Campanile through the trees. Got all these little 911 security things around the place, so in case you're being stalked or you get stuck somewhere injured or some crazy rapist is running on campus, you can call the security to come save you. So just the long, boring trek back to the car. These little service roads are all over the place. So when you're trying to go through and get from one place to the other, unless you memorize the place, sometimes the Google Maps and the GPS and all that stuff don't even know where the dead ends are. So you drive around and go, hey, I can't go through there, even though it says I can. This is the Ralph Landau Center for Economics and Policy Research. Very exciting. Hey, some real bikes again. Actual people pedaling, I can't believe it. There's a big old roundabout here, but it's just for bikes and small vehicles. It's got some kind of vent in the middle. I'm not sure what this is actually for. I don't think it's for looks. It's probably built for a function, and then they just dressed it up so you would drive around it. Let's have a look, since I've never been here. Maybe it's a it's a fountain. They just turned it off. Nice fountain I've never seen before. And it's not turning on right now. Bunch of coins in there. More old buildings on campus. You can definitely tell the more modern buildings from the older buildings. And the really old buildings. More bike racks everywhere. Yeah, so many lights on campus. You got to wonder what their energy bill is every year. It's got to be crazy. Because all the major buildings have their lights on all night. All the major, like classrooms and stuff that are like, have offices in them, have their lights on all night. All these street lights up and down every single road and passageway. Pretty crazy. This is large juniper here. This has a nice smell. And of course you can make gin with juniper, among other things. This looks like a little manzanita plant, it's a little native plant. Means little apple in Spanish. Nice little shrubs of the chaparral area. This is this might be a deodara cedar from Europe. I think it's from Europe. And that looks like one of those yeah, they have a different shape. They always have a little bent top on them. This might be a Himalayan spruce. They have a bunch of those in Palo Alto. This is the another coast live oak. See the nice shiny, noisy, hard leaves, very leathery, almost plasticky feeling. These are very sharp on this one. You can really see the spines here. Just got stabbed. They got some fuzz underneath. And if you look very carefully, focus is tough on this. There's little spines at all the little junctions there. The tooth, the leaves are toothed, but at the tip of each tooth is a little spine that stabs you because they're quite firm and very shiny. And they reflect the light and the heat, and they're waxy, so they hold onto the water. So for photosynthesis, the plants have to transpire, passing gases, including water, in and out of the leaf, but they also want to hold on to every bit they can unless they purposely want to open the stomata and let the stuff out. So when everything's closed up, it's pretty watertight. Very, very good adaptation to hot, dry climate. The Mediterranean climate that we have. Another road going to building down there. And this little park area right next to the lawn. There's a grove of trees here right next to the lawn that makes the oval that I drove in on. Here comes another skateboard. This one's human powered. Another old school device on campus. There are some diehards on campus that like pedal power and foot power for their things. Not everything's an e-bike or an e-skateboard or scooter. But the lion's share of people on campus, even the damn athletes. People were telling me the other day, when I asked some questions about the scooters and stuff, they said that the sports teams, one of their bonuses is free scooters or e-bikes for campus, which is quite a decent expense. One of the perks they get. It's like, if they're athletes, shouldn't they be using regular devices all the time to stay in shape? Because, you're going to use a electric bike or scooter, you're going to get lazy. Got to keep that cardio going for your sport. But no, they give them, and then some of them crash. They drive like maniacs, like I said earlier. Here's an Uber guy dropping somebody off, looks like. They crash, and then they injure themselves, and they can't play the fucking sport they came here to play. So, kind of silly. You give them these devices they can hurt themselves on. Oh, there, you hear the killdeer in the background. Dee, 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 dee. It sounds like it's saying kill deer, kill deer, kill deer. So they're a type of plover, little shorebird, and they love lawns. They're not always at the beach or at the ocean or the marshes. They're often here on big lawns like schoolyards, places like this, like big parks. They love grass. Man, look at all these black-crowned night herons. I've never seen so many in one place. You get a lot at the salt marsh. I've gone to many times around here, but I've never seen them on the fucking lawn. Every big white bird you see out here, including this one right here. Let's see if it does a squawk. If I get a little close, it'll fly off and do a squawk. No, no squawk. They're usually quite vocal, just like egrets and herons are very squawky when they get startled and fly off. So there's a nice little cluster over here in the grass. These are all black-crowned night herons. Go look them up online if you don't know what I'm talking about. They're nocturnal or crepuscular, water birds generally. Black top of the head, black back, white silvery plumage, yellow bills, and red eyes. Really stunning looking birds. And they're active all night. And during the day, you see them hunkered down in the cattails and other plants in the area. And they're just kind of taking a nap because they're not ready to be awake yet. So they hunch down, crunch their neck down. They look like just like the really, really kind of unhappy pose that they have, just so they can kind of minimize their size and take a nice nap and keep their warmth also if it gets cold. But yeah, all these little birds out here, or medium-sized birds I should say, are black-crowned night herons on the grass at Stanford, not at the marsh or the beach or a pond. They found a nice food source here. Lots of insects, probably some worms coming out of the wet grass. Just like when you get up to rain, all the worms come out because they're suffocating in the grass. It's too much water for them. As they breathe through their skin. And there you go. I'll just do this one more time because I want to show them flying, but I don't want to disturb them too much. I like them a lot. There you go. Sorry, guys. I did it for the video. I'm a bad boy. I want you to hear the squawking. Very squawky voices. Very hoarse, not not shrill and thin sounding like a gull, but like someone who's had too many cigarettes. So yeah, that's quick and dirty tour of so-called center of campus with the Campanile. There's a nice shot of the moon, the Campanile, and the buildings in front of the church. That's nice right there. And then yeah, like you saw earlier, through those buildings back there, the church is behind there. But as you can see, people are getting dropped off by Uber. People are walking around. There's all kinds of activity here on campus, even at, what time is it now? Damn, 3 in the morning. Some diehards like me are night people, and they just like to be out. And since everyone's had their finals already, pretty much, the quarter's over, there's no reason to get up tomorrow unless they want to get packed to go somewhere or something. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with a nice shot of the Campanile. Yep, night people. Sorry, I didn't see who said that, but thank you. That's exactly what it is. We are nocturnal creatures, just like fucking vampires. But yeah, thanks for everyone who came by. I did see comments flying by, and I will, as usual, go back and read the chat, because it often comes by when I'm not looking at the camera directly, and I see it come and disappear very quickly, or it's too far from my face because I have it out, my arm sticking out with the gimbal. So hopefully that was somewhat interesting or informative, and different part of Stanford campus, different time of day. Hey, there's another guy with his bike riding by there. Some diehard people here, 3 in the morning, doing their thing. Anyway, that's about it. I'm gonna go get some sleep. So have a good one, and I'll be seeing y'all soon. Look for more random shit to come up. I should be doing some more demos and tutorials eventually. I need to do some more coverage of the Terra, and some more. I didn't do anything for January this year. I barely did something for Noisevember last year, so I should make up for that and do some other kind of random bits here and there with some gear. And so stay tuned for that, and see y'all soon. Thanks. Catch you later.